story of 1920 when East India Company and the British government used to rule the country. One day, British Governor Scott and his wife visit a forest in Adilabad where they listens to the song of a Gond tribal girl, Malli. The Scott wife likes her song. That's why, by giving some money to her parents, they starts forcibly taking Malli to Delhi to serve as their maid. Seeing this, Malli's mother feels very bad. She follows them and comes in front of their car. Just then, a guard is about to kill her that the Governor Scott stops him and says that the bullet is more expensive than her life. And if he fires on an Indian like this, then it will be wasted. That's why the lady is killed with the huge stick and those people leave from there with Malli. After this, we are shown the scene of Delhi, where many people were protesting. A boy, one of these protesters, pick up a stone and throws it towards them, due to which a photo of a British officer is broken. That is why the officer says that at this time, catch that boy and bring him here. Now here is the entry of Ramcharan. Despite Ram being an Indian, he is a British police officer who proves his ability to serve the British Empire. And jumping between those protesters, fighting with them, he reaches that boy and fighting most comes back with that boy. Even after this, he does not get any recognition and he is not given promotion. When it comes to awarding medals, only British officers are awarded medals and no Indian officer gets any medal. Seeing this, Ram feels very bad because he was working so honestly, yet he was not even promoted. The Nizams of Hyderabad comes to Scott's office, talks about releasing Malli, but the British Scott refuses to leave her. Then the Nizam warns them that the girl belongs to the Gond community. They like to live in herds like a sheep, but if any one of them lags behind, so they can come anywhere looking for him. The Gond tribal fight even with the lion to save their child, and that's why his shepherd at this time is coming to Delhi to pick up that girl. Now here is the entry of Junior NTR, that is Komaram Bheem, who reaches Delhi with his men to save Malli, and to help him in his mission, he starts catching a wild tiger in the jungle. Here we get to see tremendous CGI, special effects and cinematography. Here Bheema traps that tiger in the net and knocks the tiger unconscious and captures it. Bheema is very powerful, but he is generally quite calm, and that's why Bheema is shown with the water throughout the movie. That his power is like the power of water, and on the other hand, Ram's power is shown like fire. After catching the tiger, Bheema is living with a Muslim family in Delhi as a Muslim man. These Muslim family knows that he has came here to rescue that girl. These Muslim family has a bike repair garage where one day a British officer comes because he was unable to start his bike, while Bheema starts the bike in one kick. Seeing this, he gets very angry because his girlfriend starts laughing. For this, he beats Bheema unnecessarily. But still Bheema keeps his anger calm. On the other hand, British Scott had come to know that a man has to come to Delhi to rescue that girl. That's why they tells all the officers that whosoever brings that man alive, he will get promotion. Ram was waiting for this opportunity. That's why he immediately starts on the task of catching that hunter, whose name is not even known. The face is a distinct thing. In the next scene, we see Bheema standing in front of the same palace where Malli is kept. That's when he sees Jenny, who is comparatively more humble than other Britishers, who understands the pain of others and help them. She is not like other Britishers. Seeing him, Bheema understands that if he has to go inside the palace, only Jenny can take him inside. In the next scene, we see Ram, who goes to a meeting of the independent activist. Because he would have known that he would live among these people, only then would he know about the hunter. Here Ram says that he should kill Scott. Hearing this, Lachu comes to him, who is Bheema's brother. He asks her, can Scott really be killed? In this, he asks for help from Ram and start taking him to meet Bheema. But on the way, the police stops them. Then Ram secretly shows his badge to him. Then he tells them to go ahead. But by mistake, the officer salutes Ram, and on seeing this, Lachu understands that he is also with the British. After this, Lachu runs away. Ram follows him, but Lachu somehow manages to escape from there. Ram follows Lachu and reaches a bridge. Under that bridge is Bheema on the bank of the river. Only then a train passes under this bridge, in which oil tankers are engaged. Then, due to leaking of oil from a tanker, it derails and falls down. There is a child in the water below with the fire all around. Here Ram sees Bheema and Bheema sees Ram. Ram tells Bheema to come to the bridge by showing his hand. Bheema also shows his hand and reaches the bridge. Although both did not even know each other, Ram tells Bheema how to save the child in gesture itself. And both jump over the bridge and save that child in a very good way and come to the bank of the river. And thus, these two suddenly meet and both of them become friends of each other. And with time, the friendship between the two becomes so deep that both of them start considering each other as brothers. On the other hand, Ram is asking everyone about Lachu by making a sketch of Lachu here. But he still doesn't know anything. One day, when Ram and Bheema are going by bike, Bheema sees Jenny there. Here Ram understands that Bheema has to talk to Jenny. That's why he goes in front of a car and throws some nail on the road, and as soon as Jenny takes her car and passes over them, her tire gets punctured. Now here Ram tells Jenny in English that if she wants, Bheema will live here on his bike. After this, Bheema takes Jenny to the market where Jenny gives him an invitation card and invites him to a party in her house. Both Bheema and Ram reach this party wearing suit boots. Now here is the same Nacho Nacho song which is trending a lot in social media where both of them dance tremendously. Jenny then takes Bheema inside the palace for tea, where he hears Malli's song, which he starts searching for her. And finally Malli gets it. Malli wants to go with him because she was very scared and that kept her in jail. But at this time, Bheema could not rescue her, so he lives from there feeling very sad. On the other hand, Ram, searching for Lachu, reaches to Lachu and catches him. And inquiring about his brother, beats him a lot. When Ram goes out after beating him for a while, Lachu catches a snake coming near him. And this time as soon as Ram comes inside, he leaves that snake on Ram. That snake bites Ram, due to which he will die in an hour. Now here he leaves Lachu. Ram goes to Bheema in a dying condition and Bheema quickly makes him drink up, due to which the condition of Ram starts improving. But now here Rama sees the same garland around Bheema's neck, which he had seen around Lachu's neck. And he understands that Bheema is Lachu's brother and Bheem is the hunter whom he has to catch alive, from which he will get promotion. Here Ram's condition was bad, yet Bheema leaves him in this condition and set out to save Malli. Because today, due to a grand function in the palace, people can go inside. That's why Bheema, seeing the opportunity, takes a truck full caught of animals, breaks the gate, goes inside the palace and leaves all the animals. Now all the animals attack them indiscriminately. Now here Bheema must have reached Malli, that their Rama comes from behind, which was now cured to a great extent. Here there is a very long fight between Ram and Bheema, in which Malli is taken at the gunpoint at the end, and now Bheema has no longer other option, so he surrenders himself. Now Bheema is caught and all his companions run away. The next day, Ram gets a promotion to catch Bheema alive and is now made in charge of this place, where all the weapons are kept, and that's exactly what he needed. Now the scene shifts in the flashback, and here we see that Ram's father also worked under the British and he was also a soldier. But one day he sees that the same British Scot Boxton, who has become the governor of Delhi today, is the head of his battalion at that time. He gives death sentence to the village sarpanch for talking to a British officer for the rights of the villages and kills him in front of all the villagers. Ram's father does not like seeing this, so he leaves his job. After this, he goes to his village and starts forming his army. They does not have a gun. That's why he makes everyone practice on a wooden gun. But one day, Ram secretly takes his gun and shoots it accurately from far away. Ram's aim is very good. He can hit the target from a distance like a sharpshooter. Seeing this, his father becomes very happy. Then there are many British officers attacking him. Ram's father sacrifices himself to save his entire village. And all the people run away, but Ram's father dies, and the last bullet that hits them is killed by Ram. Because Ram's father had planted the bomb on his whole body and he deliberately went in front of the British officer, so that Ram shoots them from behind and the bomb explodes on the same. Because now they have only one bullet and Ram does the same. But after this, he promises his entire villagers that he will give gun to everyone so that they can face the Britishers. And with this intention, he would have come to Delhi, and since so long, he has been working here under the police so that one day he gets such a promotion that he becomes in charge at the same such place, from where he could take all the guns and give them to his villagers. And finally today, he would have reached that point. Now the scene shifts to the present time, where Bheema was supposed to be whipped and there is no one else but Ram to beat him. Ram was not feeling well, but Scott says that he will have to be whipped until Bheema comes to his knees. Ram tries to pull the chain on Bheema's feet so that Bheema lowers his knees. But Bheema's spirit is very high and he stands still and sings motivational songs even after facing so many whips. After which, all the common people who are there also get excited and they try to save Bheema. Bheema is caught and put in the jail again, and now finally Ram feels guilty. He writes this in a letter and tells this to his girlfriend Sita, who is waiting for him to come back. Sita also gets upset after reading this letter. Bheema does not kneel in spite of getting so many whips. Then Governor Scott tells Ram that now he will be hanged. Hearing this, Rama finally makes up his mind to save Bheema, because he had seen that despite not having a gun, there was so much effort in Bheema's song that the whole public had got the zeal to fight against the British. That's why he tells Scott that Bheema should be hanged on the bank of the river, and that too in front of the same girl whom he came here to save. And after hanging his dead body, he will be thrown in the river. Scott also likes his plan. That's why he also agrees to Ram. Now, going to the ammunition storeroom at night, Ram takes out bullets from each gun and locks it, so that all officers have guns but they do not have bullets. Now, the next morning, Ram is taking that girl, and then Scott is also coming in the car from behind. He gets suspicious about Ram. Here he notices that Ram has intentionally cut down a tree to a great extent, and now as soon as Ram comes in front of that tree, he falls the tree. But Scott survives and fires at him, due to which Ram's cars also overturn and he gets injured. Still, Ram kills everyone here and lets Malli run away. On the other hand, he had sent a blade to Bheema with the help of his friend, due to which he cut his rope here. And now, Bheema also starts fighting with the British soldier, and finally Malli appears to him, behind whom Ram is running. And that's why Bheema beats Ram and lives after saving Malli. Actually, Bheema does not know that it is Ram who saves Malli. Bheema feels that Ram is associated with the British and works for them only. Now the scene has been cut here, and a few months later the scene is shown. And in the next scene we see Ram, whose beard has grown too much now. But at this time he is also in the same jail where Bheema was once. Here Ram is constantly doing his practice and he is strengthening his body and biceps. On the other hand, Bheema reaches Hathras while running.
where Rama's fiance Sita lives. The British are also searching for Bheema everywhere, and now they also reach Hathras and start searching every house. British soldiers are about to enter Bheema's room when Sita comes in front of them and tells that officer all the people here are very sick and they have smallpox. Hearing that, all the officers run away from there, and in this way she saves Bheema. For this, Bheema tells thanks to her. Here Sita tells him that she is going to meet her fiance Ram because after 2 days he will be hanged. Now here Sita tells him the whole story of Ram, that Ram's real plan is freedom, for which he needed a gun. So he was working as a police officer under the British. Even his friend had to be betrayed to win the trust of the British, for which he felt very bad. Now hearing this, Bheema feels very sorry and now he understands that he is alive here today because Ram had helped him. Now after this, here Bheema again goes to Delhi and meets Jenny. Jenny gives him the map of the palace, with the help of which he goes and finally rescues Ram. Ram and Bheema fights over there and lives in a very unrealistic way. And after living and running in the forest, Ram takes the get-up of Sri Ram here, and after this, Ram starts hitting every Britisher here with the bow and arrow. And together they kill the entire British army one by one. And finally, after killing everyone, Bheema on the bike and Ram riding on a horse starts moving towards cought, where they have to go and steal all those guns. There is also a tremendous fight scene in which Scott's wife dies. And here finally Bheema kills Scott's also with his bullets. Now Ram and Bheema lives here with all the guns in the truck. And in the next scene, finally Ram meets Sita and his friendship with Bheema becomes the same as before. And with this happy ending, this movie ends here. So the story and cinematography of the movie is very tremendous, which will not let you get bored for 3 hours. This is another blockbuster movie of ssrajamouli made with the tremendously entertaining and excellent star cast. If you like our explanation and this movie, then please like the video and subscribe the channel. Thanks for watching.
Pareil, plein de torse nu, les scènes d'action sont incroyables.
Ok, bah Bahubali, du coup, je pense que c'est de la folie.
Vraiment fantastique, le public indien c'est le meilleur.
Oh,